Video is all about how to design the best program for anybody. Now, I see somebody put a video up about that, and I disagree really that you can't really design the best program for anybody with limited understanding. So it's really important for you to understand that everybody needs flexibility, stability, strength, speed and power in their program. But obviously you need to do it in phases. To get flexible, or for the body to start moving in flexibility, it might take 8 to 12 weeks in which for the body to start normalizing in the tight muscles. Does that make sense? Then with the strength in the muscle, if the muscle is long and weak, say, that might take another 8 to 12 weeks in which for the muscle to start improve in strength. But if somebody's got a training age of 0, say they've never trained before, they're just getting into it, and they come to me, I can improve their strength dramatically within 4 weeks. Dramatically, huge. But obviously to learn an exercise in the brain takes 300 repetitions. But if the exercise is learnt badly, like the squat, the lunge, the deadlift, the push or the pull, that might take 3,000 repetitions to change it in the brain. So the trainer or me going, pull that back like that, not like that. Pull that back like that, not like that. And pull that back and squeeze, hold, and let it out again. Does that make sense? So when it comes to program design, it's really important not to overdo it with exercises. And what I found in my own body, and I'd say 99% of my clients, what works is push one day and pull the next. So the pull would be a deadlift, a TRX pull, a bent over row, or a bicep curl. That's just roughly. But if they were doing a push pattern, it might be a lunge, a squat, a bench press, an overhead press, and that would be it roughly, you know. So I found over the years, the more I give clients that are injured push and pull, the better the result I've got. The same as if I design their stretching program and they do it, this is the fundamental thing that is really important. They have to do the work. So they're not doing it with you. The great thing about the CHEK assessments is that I can tell whether they've not been doing it or not, because I measure everything. And if the measurements are not moving, then they've not been doing it properly. So I have to give them a good talking to. The other thing to remember is physiological load. If the physiological load is too high in the body, you need to bring down what you're giving to them. So if I have a client with lower back pain of a 5 or a 10, I can't give them 5 exercises. I have to reduce it massively. And remember, if your client's only seeing you once a week, 0 results. If you're seeing them 4 times a week, or they're training 4 times a week, excellent results. I've always seen that the clients that do twice a week, the progress is really, really slow. I've never really trained anybody for once a week, because I have a lot to show you, a lot to show the client and coach them on. And I think that once a week, I'm really taking their money, but not really helping them, in my opinion. But that's only my opinion. But I know some people run their businesses on seeing their clients once a week, and they're successful with that. The client's happy paying them. That's fine. But I prefer to be see me twice a week minimum. If you really want really great results, 4 times a week is optimum. So after doing the push and pull pattern, then it's really important to look at the push and the pull exercises, which ones they can't do, and concentrate on the ones that they can't do and slowly build them up. And in the CHEK system, there's different exercises that we look at. If the client can't do them, there's another exercise they need to do first and master, then we get them to go back to that. Does that make sense? I worked with a tennis person a couple of years ago, and they could do everything, but they couldn't do a press up and they couldn't do a chin up. And I'm like, well, that's fundamental. That's a push pattern you can't do, and a pull pattern you can't do. So we need to concentrate on that. And once they pass the push and the pull, a dramatic increase in their tennis game. Does that make sense? So there's a bit of an overview of what I do and how I help clients get the best program possible for their unique body by doing 150 assessments of the whole body, and then 10-day diet and lifestyle assessment. And then I do a hormonal assessment as well, because many people are in fatigue or tired, or they might be an aging person like myself, and they need all that stuff looked at. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like and share the video, and please subscribe there. Please subscribe. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.